Hey guys, and welcome to my video review of Transformers Age of Extinction Deluxe Class Strafe. Why did they name him Strafe? I know in G1 Strafe is an honorary Dinobot, but he's not an actual Dinobot. I mean, he's not a dinosaur. He's really not. Maybe that's why they gave him two heads, because Strafe has the two noses on his vehicle mode. I don't know what they were thinking, but I mean, I think he looks cool still. Just I don't know why they did certain things they did. But this is the best Deluxe Dinobot. This is the best one. He's cool. I got this guy a while back, and I've loved him ever since. He's really nice. He's really nice. Of course, just like all the other Dinobots, my major complaint is the color. Make him movie accurate. I don't want a blue Strafe. I want like a dark gray or grayish blue. I take a grayish blue over this. Just give me something. Or maybe even like that color on the tail. Maybe some of that silver going on. Some of that action. Or even like that, like a mix between that blue and silver faded together. So maybe like something like that all over. That I would take. I'd like that. I'd be cool with that. But I mean, hey, that's just my personal preference. Personal preference. He's also really big. Unfold his wings here. Fold his legs back for like as if he's flying. This guy's big. You can hear him scraping against the back there. I mean, he's wide. He's a wide boy. That's at least a foot wide. It's big. Just to give you an idea of how wide it is. Here he is next to Bumblebee. So that's a deluxe car. His wingspan is longer than a deluxe car. It's pretty crazy. But that's nice. Anytime a Pteranodon has a large wingspan or any other kind of bird-like or avian animal, reptile, mammal, whatever, has a large wingspan, I like that. Especially if you have the option to fold it up and make it less so. But yeah, it's cool. I like it. It's intimidating, and it's got some cool features like you can open the beaks. You can have them looking different ways, and it's cool. I like it. He does have this weapon on top. It's kind of like a bow, and it's a push-to-fire thing. Let me show you. Yay, missiles. Ugh, I don't really care. So, I mean, it looks decent, though. It's got some decent detailing on it. I like it. But I don't really care about missiles, so whatever. I'm going to throw that back there for now. And he also has these, I don't know what they're supposed to be. Swords? Spears? I have no idea. Staffs? Whatever. They're just black and silver. There's not really any detailing to them. It's just, come on, focus on it completely. There you go. It's just black and silver. Nothing fancy. Got a couple pegs. You can peg it in there underneath the wings, or he can hold them in his robot mode, which I'll get to. Just going to put that back there off to the side. So, just a little bit better look. Let me adjust the light here. Come on. There we go. So, the dinosaur heads, the twin ones, they're pretty cool looking. I like the silver and the blue eyes and the molded in teeth and detailed. These two heads look really cool. His robot mode one does too, but these two are just, they take it for me. They take the cake. Which is sad because I really like cake and it's delicious and I wouldn't want someone to take it, but that's besides the point. So, like I was mentioning earlier, the blue and silver fade. It's nice. He's got all these ridges on his wings. He's got the silver claws. Big Autobot symbols there on his wings. Good molded detailing on the tail here. It's soft rubbery plastic, and mine it's kind of molded to the side like this because it was in its packaging for quite a while. So it kind of just got like that. That's the straightest I've been able to get it. It was like that originally. Now it's like that, but hey, whatever. It kind of actually makes it easier for robot mode, so no major complaints. Besides that, it's just mainly molded detailing without many paint apps, like the arms and the legs. His claws here and these here are pretty much the same thing. These just aren't silver. And you can see some of the detailing for robot mode later. Articulation in Pteranodon mode, his wings can flap, which is cool. He can flap his wings, and he can rotate his wings, and rotate his heads, and look up and down, and his legs are pretty much like robot mode legs, and you can rotate it there. It's full of articulation in Pteranodon mode. You can have him sitting up really tall, like this. You can have him perched all different ways, and I like that. I really do like that about him. But as for his Pteranodon mode, I guess that about covers all of the basics. So let's get into the transformations. Transformations, very straightforward. Let's start with the legs. You just flip them around, rotate, and you peg the foot in. There's a little slot right there and a tab right there. You just pop that sucker right in there. Let me fix the lighting a bit, sorry. And then you do the same on this other leg. Flip it around, tab it in, rotate it around, and there you have his legs. Pretty simple, right? It's already starting to look like a humanoid robot form. So then you unpeg the arms, you bring them down, and just flip the hands up. They're not even hidden or anything, you just bring them down, and then kind of straighten them out. And then the wings, you can do whatever with these bad boys. You can flip them up, get this tail down out of the way. Usually what I do is I will kind of have the wings form a cape. So I'll fold them in, and I'll do something like that. And then kind of forms a cape on him. That's the way I like to do it. And then you've got the heads here, which are pretty simple. You just pull them down to the side, rotate, flip forwards, and that kind of just sits on the chest. It doesn't really peg in anywhere, which is unfortunate, but I mean, it's not too loose. There's just kind of a groove there in the beak. It kind of just slides right into place. And you pop the head up. There you have Strafe. There's robot mode. So it's very simple transformation. Very, very simple transformation. Now, unfortunately, his robot mode, though still cool in my opinion, is not as exciting or impressive as the Pteranodon mode. But it's still cool. It has pretty much all the same basic articulation as before. It's got the ball joint shoulders, rotates there at the upper arm, bends at the elbow. Hands have a little bit of forwards and backwards rotation due to transformation. The head can rotate side to side, look up and down. It's on a ball joint. You could probably really fiddle with it and get it to rotate 100 or 360 degrees. And these things can also still move, so you can kind of have, you could have them three-headed, maybe cannons or something. Whatever use your imagination. Use your imagination, kids. It's good. The wings can still move. You can have them all which ways. As you can kind of see during transformation, you kind of just fold them in. Or you can have them folded out. You could have one in, one out, whatever really. I mean, it's a wing. I like it more like a cape though. I like to keep it like the cape. And the legs are pretty much the same. Ball joint, rotate at the thigh, bend at the knee, and there's not anything in the foot, unfortunately. So yeah, very basic articulation. It pretty much one for one with the dinosaur mode. But still cool, just not as impressive as his buddies here, which let me get them in the shot as well. Let's get Scorn in here. And then let's get Slug in here on this side. So there we go. So his robot mode isn't too small. I mean, it's about the size of Slug's, a little bit less bulky than Scorn. Most of that goes into the wings. His wings are really big, so it contributes to his dinosaur mode, but not so much his robot mode. His robot mode is just really flat on the back. But I mean, he has a nice heft to him. His torso's full, his legs are full. There's no really gaping holes on this guy, so I like that. And again, I would prefer, like, just to give you an idea, I mentioned this in all my Dinobot reviews, I wish they were larger. Here he is next to Voyager Optimus. I'm not even going to pan up all the way, but you can see he goes up to his, like, right at his waist. I wish he were a Voyager size, at least a Voyager size, maybe even leader, but that's pushing it. And then I know I also probably wouldn't buy him then because they put chrome on him, and like I've said before, I hate chrome on anything that's not a G1 figure. And then also what you can do is you can take his weapons and he can hold them, of course. What point would they be if you couldn't hold them? So I'm just using one of the swords to show you because the other one doesn't really have a place to go. I guess I could peg it in back here. I guess I'll do that. Just peg it in right there. How about that? Just so you can see that it's there. It's kind of weird. There's no really great place to store them, but, you know, you get what you get. So he does have some good detailing still, so let me get a close-up of that actually. So much like his articulation, the detailing carries over from the dinosaur mode. It's the silver on the face, the blue eyes there. And you can kind of see that bit on the chest. It's just silver and blue. It has nice molded detailing like that. And he has the blue visor and the black spike. I like the head detailing, or at least not the detailing, the mold. Sorry, I like the head mold. It looks pretty cool. And then there's the weapon again. His forearms have a bit of detailing, but not any paint apps. I would like some silver or maybe some black in there even, because black's simple. Same on the legs, just a little bit more color would have been nice. It's just basic detailing though. Maybe like some silver like there is on the sword. Just have a little bit of that spread out. Or maybe even some of that light blue. Some of that light blue, now that I think about it, could be pretty cool. But yeah, it's decent detailing. It's just all of it really seems to be focused on the wings. So that's why the Pteranodon mode is much better than his robot mode. His robot mode's still cool. I like it, don't get me wrong. It's just the dinosaur mode is what really gets it for me. His dinosaur mode is the best of all of the deluxe Dinobots. His robot mode is somewhere in the middle. But because he has one really good mode and then one decent mode, in my opinion, he becomes the best. I just wish that the awesomeness from the dinosaur mode transferred over into the robot mode as well. But now, like every other review, is where I tell you if you should or should not get this figure. As you can probably guess from what I've said, you should get this figure. He's the best Dinobot, or at least the deluxe one. Grimlock's probably a bit better. But of the deluxe Dinobots, this is the best one. It's not my favorite, but he is the best one. I mean, he comes with plenty of accessories. He has 2 swords and the gun, the bow, or whatever you want to call it. He's nice and imposing and big in his dinosaur mode, and his robot mode's not half bad either. So definitely go pick this guy up. He's a deluxe, not expensive. You're spending what? Most places it's anywhere from $10 to $20 depending on where you live. Get him. He's worth it. I think he's worth it. So yeah, definitely get him. Definitely get him. But that's it for this review. So thanks for watching, and that has been Age of Extinction Strafe. I'll see you guys in my next review.